Good evening.
Why does it sound like he's from Transylvania? It's like Dracula.
It's Transylvania weather.
Dracula weather.
Guy's got a pretty good gig. He does it from his basement.
Oh, why not?
Who's this?
Yeah, in Hull.
How does he see out the window and know what the weather is?
Oh, he looks up. He lives right on overlooking the Atlantic Ocean.
Try to sit in his computer. It's actually really good. It's food ordered in.
Oh, my mom's watching.
Oh, yeah, Mom.
Aww.
She's visiting from Kentucky.
Sweet.
She's staying with me.
That's nice. How long?
Not long enough.
Good answer.
She's watching me right now, so I've got to say all the right things.
Gotta tell the truth.
No, it's nice to see her.
I love it. I love it. Is that your mom?
It's Facebook Live.
Hi.
We're big fans.
We're fans.
Hello. Cool. So what's new? The show's been going on for how long now?
10 years in July.
Whew.
You've been
10
on
years.
4 times, right? This is your 4th time? 3rd, anyway.
It's at least your third.
I want to say it probably 4 or 5.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
But I try to have you on like once a year anyway.
Because I think we started when I was still in like this classic country band. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we came in a whole bunch of us.
Yeah, there was a whole bunch.
And now I have to pay everyone because they're that good. And they're like, well,
Not tonight.
I'm either going to get paid or I'm going to go.
Yeah,
home."
we're having our 10-year anniversary, and like I contacted a couple of people. Like, so is it a paying gig? I'm like, no. It's like we're just doing a 10-year anniversary. We're doing it from a brewery over in Weymouth.
Nice.
And,
Which brewery?
Vitamin C. It's a brand new one.
Oh, okay.
The beer is unbelievable.
I feel like I've just recently tasted this.
They've only been around for 2 months, but like beer people have gotten a hold of it and they've like sent it all over the world. I was talking to the guy, the owner, the other day. He goes, "Yeah, I got a request the other day from Australia. Somebody wants to sell our beer there." I'm like,
Does it have like an
over the
orange
United
taste?
States. What's that?
Does it have like an orange taste?
Some of it does. Yeah, one of them.
Because I think I tasted that one. Like,
tangerine or
yeah,
something
there's
like
always some promo going on.
Yeah,
where
but they're like a lot of the IPAs have that citrusy taste. But they did have one that was like tangerine IPA or something like that.
I think that's what I had. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was good.
Really good.
It was a
And
surprise.
there's like another brewery like 2 doors up from them that's been around for a while. They make really weird beers, but
Can't
called
drink those. I was drunk for 3 days.
Barrel House C. What's that?
Remember when we had them on?
Yeah.
I was
3
drunk
days.
for 3
Oh,
days.
the vitamin
Good
C.
for
It was
you.
like Wednesday before it felt normal again.
Oh, can I grab some water or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can
Sorry.
run down and grab it. A couple of cups. I'll be back.
Thank you. Hello, everyone.
Welcome.
Hi, Mom.
So how long has your mom lived in Kentucky?
I don't know. Too long. 6, 7 years, maybe.
Yeah. What brought her there?
My brother. My brother's. He was. He's been in the military. Well, he's out now, but he was in the military his whole life, and he was down at Fort Knox, and then, yeah. So he was down there,
Mm-hmm.
and then I think that was basically it. You'd have to ask her. Oh, still blasting the new album. Love it. Thank you. I'm working on a 4th album. What's up, Melissa? I've got a new video for you. I had it redone. We did this whole thing for cystic fibrosis.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of our sponsors was Parkour Athletics,
Oh, nice.
and so they do a lot of charity work. So they donated some clothing that we wore for the show.
All right, we're back. Sunshine Live, Hour 9 Lounge. Your buddy Houston Bernard is here with us.
What's
we were
up?
just talking over the break with. We're not quite sure if it's the 4th or the 5th time that Houston's been in, but He's here flying solo tonight. We appreciate him coming in. It's a big night here in the Boston area. The Bruins are playing. Right now they're behind 2-1, but Charlie Coyle has the only goal. Our local guy from Weymouth. So, Grandma, ring that bell one more time. You know? It's all good.
That's all I got.
All right. Ding! All right, and the Hour 9 Lounge is brought to you by the Music Circus and Bradford Distillery. So, Houston, you've been a busy guy. You've been putting out lots of videos and music. Your mom is here joining us on Facebook Live.
What's up, Mom? Yeah, just trying to create stuff, and hopefully people like it, and some people do, so that's nice. And they give me the license to keep going, you know.
That's very cool. So you got some local South Shore Cape shows coming up, I saw.
We're doing Yarmouth Country Festival.
I saw that. That's a pretty good sized gig, it looks like.
Yeah, we got a good spot. We're right before Charlie Daniels Band.
Awesome.
So that should be awesome. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
So wait, so you can't sing then, The Devil Went Down to Georgia?
I never sang that song, so I think that'll be all right.
Well, then that works out.
Have
Yes,
you
it
ever
works out.
played in the same venue as them? Or? No?
Sorry, not that I can remember.
Well, perfect.
No, I mean, you do a lot of shows, and then you get really excited about sharing bills or side stage or opening up for a lot of people. So then after a while, you open up for a lot of people, and it's really exciting. But it's funny. It looks really good to the outsider, but really, unless you're in Nashville or you break out on YouTube or something, you just keep hitting it hard and keep doing it. It brings you in front of more people, which is great, and I definitely appreciate those spots. But I've gotten the impression from people, it's like, oh, you're really making it now. I'm like, well, we're making it more than we were before we did this, but it's nowhere near.
Well, they think because you were warming up for such and such a
Yeah.
band, you're on the big wheel now.
Yeah.
But you must be. You're making videos.
I do that all myself. Yeah.
They look great.
Thanks.
Really? They're very professional.
Yeah, I
Check
write,
out
I
these
direct
videos.
them, and wing it.
I was very upset because I was slated to be in one of your videos.
Really?
Yeah, and
And what happened?
I got pneumonia. Do you guys remember? I had pneumonia for like.
I do remember you.
Yeah. So
Was that the one in Upton?
it was the one in the fall where it was going to be with the hay in the barn, and I was all set. I was all set to be your star. I don't know if you remember that. I was like co-singing with you. Do you remember this?
I don't. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to be an extra in the video, and I was psyched about it, and then I got pneumonia.
Oh, the video we shot. I think we shot a Christmas video in the fall, which I was like, okay, Christmas, a little bit of cheese. I was too much cheese. Way too
Were
much
you
cheese.
in like sweaters with like jingle bells on them and stuff?
What was I wearing? I was wearing a sweater. I had a Santa hat on, and big bottles of Maker's Mark, and for some Christmas cheer, Christmas spirits, and it was a lot of cheese. There's a lot of cheese. It's only coming out for Christmas. Right now it's on our YouTube, and I privatize it.
I think
until
I'm in
Christmas.
the corner in that one with a nebulizer and like coughing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Now
so
it makes
check that
sense.
out.
And you threw the balloon, that
Yeah.
random balloon at the end.
I did.
Because you sneezed in the.
That's right. I was hacking through my
So
my alveolar sacs were full of water. So I was
sounds
having
amazing.
trouble. Yeah.
Sounds
Oh my God! So guys, I can't wait for you to check out this video.
So on YouTube, what's your YouTube channel? Let's watch
Houston
it.
Bernard Band.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I gotta see these.
But we've had some luck with what was the first one was I shouldn't say the first one. It's probably like the fifth one now. But I changed things up, and I really started getting involved with the creation and directing and all of that. So when I started directing, it was the first video was We Made Out.
Yeah.
And
I was just looking at that right now.
Yeah, that was shot in Upton Town Beach. That was it was a lot of fun, and we shot it like one day, probably about 6-7 hours.
Wow.
And I came up with an idea, and then we just went with it. And then this guy Andrew, who is in charge of or handles the rec center, well, the recreational area there.
Yeah.
He's funny. He's quite a character. So I was like, oh my gosh, we have to get you in the video somehow. So he's the one that's rolling down the hill.
Oh yeah.
He did that in one take. Like, he does some amateur acting. And he used to do some stuff. And I was like, well, yeah, let's do that. He's like, well, what if, because we hit him with a grape.
Yeah.
But it's a whole, you have to see the video. But, so he rolls down the hill, and I was like, wow, that was amazing. So we shot with 2 cameras, so it looks a little bit longer than it actually was. But that was really cool. And that got on the Heartland Network and the Country Network, and it distributed and like on Keep It Country in Europe and Australia. And so all these, like, these distributors, and everybody picked it up. And the same thing happened with the video Wait For It, which we released in January. And so we're just trying to, keep going. So something's working with the formula. At least, people seem to respond to it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Are you working on a new album, or?
I am. I'm writing now for the new. I mean, it's going to be a busy season, so trying to fit the writing in. But I've got a handful of songs. I'm only going to probably record, because it's expensive. And I don't know. I don't always feel great about asking fans to pay up front for it. I don't know. I know people do that. It's just, it doesn't feel right to me sometimes. So
Do what's right for you. That's all
yeah.
that matters.
So I could probably afford to record about 6 by the end of the summer after working my butt off. So in the fall we'll start recording, and hopefully in 2020 we'll have some new stuff.
Cool.
Maybe shoot another video from the current album, Lucky Man.
All right.
Actually, we did shoot another video. It was a live video of Lucky Man. We'll see how the editing comes out, but we're gonna do that too.
But these are great. I'm just scrolling through a bunch of them right now. They're fun. Super fun.
Yeah, definitely check out Houston Bernard's videos on YouTube.
All right,
Cool.
let's take our first break, and when we come back, we'll listen to some music.
Awesome.
These are hilarious.
It's funny, you see the likes and the dislikes on YouTube, and you're like, how come you don't like it? I'm wondering, like, what is it?
What is it you don't like?
Oh, it fell down.
No, it's just it's just a bunch of assholes just thumbs down.
Well, you got
Right.
sweet, like
Because
on
they're
this one,
angry.
Wait For It, you got 385 that like it and 40 that don't. So that's a
40,
great
it was
percent.
36 2 days ago.
Oh, sorry, man.
Well, this funny thing is, We Made Out has like 6 dislikes, and it has more views. So I'm like, okay, what works with this video? What didn't work with it?
Right.
But obviously,
But like the 6 dislikes are like mentally ill people going around.
Or they just don't like
disliking
anything.
shit.
Yeah.
The Country Rebel, there's a site, countryrebel.com. There's a Facebook, it's like 8.2 million people, whatever. And every now and then I get a live video of doing some classic song. They'll post it for me. And the last video I had on there got 130 views in like 3 days. It was amazing. But it was like all of these haters all at the same time. I was just like, what do you do? I've never had so many haters at once. Oh,
That's
you
weird,
can't
huh?
do that.
That's
Blah, blah,
people
blah,
with
blah.
nothing else to do.
Right, but at first I was like, hey guys.
People
up,
have a
man?
competitor out there who had his or her fans do that to you.
That could be.
Oh, I don't even want to think about that. That's
Well,
just.
if they're doing
But
it all in a group, right? That's
No, they're just trolls. Like I was trying to understand like what makes somebody hate. And it's usually like self-hatred and jealousy and the obvious things.
Or they're just mentally ill and clicking shit on YouTube.
And they
I'm
want to
sure
be in
that's
one of your
an
videos, you know? Like,
I'll put him in. I need some creepy looking dudes.
Erica was
Living in their mom's basement.
Wanted to be in your video. She couldn't get in.
I know, I was
So.
Next one.
fucking water filled alveolar sac.
Jeez.
That's why I launched the air balloon. It was like symbolic of like what my sacs should feel like. My alveolar sac, not my other sac. I don't have that.
Oh,
But,
that's good.
Yeah, I missed out on so much in the fall. I had like all these concerts to go to. I had like your video. Like there were so many things I was gonna do, and then I got pneumonia. Yeah. I was gonna go to Social Distortion.
Oh,
I had
nice.
like, tickets for that, and I was like, Descendants came. I was so psyched for that. Your video.
There'll be more videos. We grab everybody. The concept I have for the trampoline park. They were so nice to us. I had that for almost a year. I was like, eventually we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. And then it
What
just
kind
came
of tricks
together.
are we talking here, though? Like turkey?
You don't have to do tricks. Just jump. There are people that do tricks.
Well, that's what, you know.
If you want to do tricks, you
I would have
can.
let go, but I can't do the tricks yet. I was envisioning you wanted us to do, so I said.
No, you don't have to do
I'm not doing
tricks.
those tricks.
There were people that did tricks and people that didn't.
All right, we're back. Houston Bernard's here in the studio with us. We've been watching some of his funny videos. If you want to check them out on YouTube, Houston Bernard on YouTube. Got a new album coming up in the fall, but
Well, we're recording.
we're recording.
It'll be out in
Yeah,
2020
yeah,
probably.
So
Sometime.
let's hear some live music now.
Okay. Let's do that. Let's do We Made Out.
All right.
She was sitting there not much more than a Mexico tan. Blue straw linen in an empty glass with a book in her hand. Never thought a tiki bar or a fruity drink could get a girl like her to take a chance on a guy like me. Talking till the sun sank in the water. One thing led to another. We made out and I knew right then and there she was the one and I didn't care who was watching his kiss, giving his lip. They're still talking about how we made out. Some say love with that kind of stuff never last, oh, but here we are. Margaritas in the backyard with little blue straws. A few moves, a few years later, still going strong. We made out and I knew right then and there she was the one and I didn't care who was watching his kiss, giving us lip. They're still talking about how we made out. Man, who would ever thought that first drink we got would be the best I ever bought? We made out and I knew right then and there she was the one and I didn't care who was watching us kiss, giving us lip. They're still talking about how we made out and I knew right then and there she was the one and I didn't care who was watching us kiss, giving us lip. They're still talking about how we made out. Yeah, we made out. Yeah, we made out. They're still talking about how we made out. Yeah.
All right, Houston Bernard here on South Shore Live, R9 Lounge.
Your voice sounds amazing.
Thanks.
Yeah.
It's barely hanging on at the moment.
No, you sound fantastic.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely. So what's inspiring the songwriting from this album that's going to come up next year?
Oh, I don't know. You know, you write when you're inspired, and then it's, for me, it's I write when I'm inspired, and then I don't know. I just pick and choose things, and you know, try to put a group of songs together that work.
Mm-hmm.
So I had recorded 12 songs. So the last album was 6 songs. I recorded 12 songs for the last album, and I still have a bunch of songs
Yeah.
left over from that are not complete. Well, 2 are completed. So there's a lot.
So
I have a lot of
you try to
music.
find something that connects the songs, is what you're
A
saying?
little
for
bit,
the
like a
album?
theme.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Lucky Man album, I feel like a lot of the songs are connected
Mm-hmm.
in a way.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't hear that a lot.
Well, I mean, they used to do it, right? Like albums are,
Yeah, they
Well,
were
albums are-
stories. You'd
yeah,
listen to
themes
the beginning
and-
to end.
Sure, yeah,
Those
totally.
were the olden days.
Back in the olden days.
Hey, you're still doing it. That's good.
I love that.
Well, I might just do singles though. I'll be honest with you. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice to have. I mean, not a lot of people are buying CDs anymore, but some people do, and I try to make it. You know, I really put a lot of effort into the CD for nothing else for a collector's item. I mean, there's probably a few people that still have CD players in the car, like me.
I do.
Do you?
Yep.
Nice.
There's a couple of
I do.
DVDs stuck in there, so I can't use
Yeah.
it. But I
It's
do
in
have
there.
one.
It's in there.
Yeah, so I still, you know, I try to make something that people can put their hands on and, you know, look through and, you know, try to make something special.
I just got rid of a car that had a cassette player in it. So.
Wow.
Oh, that's painful. I remember we got
With
rid
the
of
seat, well, it
ours.
had both.
Oh, that's
CD
good.
and a cassette.
We had that. We got rid of it 2 years ago. It was
Yeah.
so painful because I could listen to my mixtapes that I made in high school in my
Yeah.
car. It was
Those are
amazing.
My boys liked it because it had that. You could put that cassette adapter in and
Plug
play
it in,
tunes on
yeah.
it.
Right, right.
So you got a show coming up at the Tavern
I do.
here, just south of here in Plymouth, on June 6th when Ben is going to be at Blue Oyster called. But you should pop over to the Tavern afterwards, Ben, and check out Houston.
Absolutely, be right there.
And then you're at Loretta's Last Call on the 7th.
Yeah.
And then down at Montville, Connecticut at
Yeah.
Comics at Mohegan Sun.
That's right. Comics Roadhouse.
Sweet. And then Laconia Roadhouse a little bit after that. My computer doesn't want to jump the page. There we go. And that's on June 14th.
June 14th and 15th, we're
Flag
playing.
Day.
What's that?
Flag Day.
Is it Flag Day?
June
Perfect.
14th, yeah.
They are very patriotic at Laconia. Bike Week.
Is that Bike Week?
Yeah, it's Bike
Oh,
Week. We're
that's
playing.
awesome.
We've been playing it almost every year. So we're playing Friday at Laconia Roadhouse and Saturday, and then we're going down playing the Rib Fest on Saturday. So we're doing like 6 hours of singing that day.
Wow. So your
at-
voice would be perfect at the end of that.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun though. And it's we usually go between for Laconia Bike Week at Laconia. We go between the wet t-shirt contest usually, and the forget they're like a burlesque troupe, but they do like tricks and stuff. So
Like trampoline tricks.
Excellent.
not trampoline because I would have recruited them.
Yeah,
For the
that's right.
video.
They've been on the video.
Actually, I don't think they tour. I think they tour the country in Europe. Their show it's pretty good. They're on like I don't want to say trapeze, but like they're hanging and
Are they doing aerial?
Yes.
Aerial tricks?
yes.
Very cool.
I didn't know the terminology. Sorry. Thank you.
That's okay. I'm actually an aerial artist in my spare time.
Are you?
So, yeah.
Good for you.
Thanks.
So where are you? Where's home base these days?
I live up in Lexington.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Good spot.
It's a good spot. It's not too city,
Yeah,
but oh well.
it is for you.
Don't get me started on the building. The building. I'm sure they're building everywhere, but they're building a house right next door. It used to be like this tiny house. There's a skyscraper. It's like went from like 1,000 square feet to 5,000 square feet.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
doing that
need some
everywhere.
bushes.
Yeah, that's doing everywhere.
Yep.
Just like
Land's
right
worth
up in
more
the
than the
road.
house these days.
I know.
I sell real estate on the side. It's crazy.
It's a good time for it.
It is, but it's like it's just nuts what people are tearing down to build something else on. But it's sign of the times. as
It
they
is.
say.
Well, I'm just waiting for the crash. It's coming.
Well, hopefully
due.
not anytime soon. I don't like crashes. That's what.
That's true. My bad.
Every business that I'm in is so susceptible to crashes. All right, let's hear another song, and then we'll take a 9:30 break.
Okay.
This is Bernard here on Social Live R9 Lounge, brought to you by Bradford Distillery and the Music Circus.
Oh, you know what? I don't want to play the song if it's out of tune.
All
Okay.
right.
It just
No worries.
I heard it. I was like,
Why
whoa.
not?
No
Come
pressure.
on. Just fire
No, trust
it
me.
up.
You don't want it.
Why not?
You don't want it to be out of tune. You'll be hearing that string. You'll be like, oh, dude.
You've been playing Loretta's for a while, huh?
It's been about, I think they opened 5 years ago. Around this time, 5 years ago, and we've been playing about that long.
That's fantastic. How's the rest of the band doing? Everyone's doing well?
Good, they're busy,
Yeah.
you know, so
Good
we've
charge
been,
to go out.
we've been, it's true, and, you know, they deserve it. They do it for a living,
Yeah.
you know, I respect what they do. But yeah, so I work with there's a whole group of musicians that work together, and they all work with different different artists, all very good. So it's nice.
Mm-hmm.
So this song is called, there it is, What a Man Should Do. I wake up every day, 4 hours of sleep and my body aches. The sky's still dim, my thoughts are grim, don't know how much more I can take. Then you're there beside me, your soft skin keeps me warm and it keeps me going. Every time I walk out the door, visions of you remind me what I'm fighting for. I'm just doing what a man should do, 24/7, 365, I do it all for you. The boss, the bills, the 401k, a new struggle every day. 2 steps forward, 1 step back, gonna live in the honest way. 'Cause you're counting on me to keep this home together, even when the cracks are showing. Every time I come back home, see you smile, and all I know is I'm just doing what a man should do, 24/7, 365, I do it all for you. Break, account gets low, we script and save. We take old clothes and sew the holes and tie us over till I get that raise. You build me up, you fix my collar, girl, you always make me stronger. Every time I walk out the door, visions of you remind me what I'm fighting for. Wrestle with the traffic, punching the clock, racing home to you when the workday stops. And every time I come back home, I see you smile, and all I know is I'm just doing what a man should do, 24/7, 365, I do it all for you. Yeah, I'm just doing what a man should do, 24/7, 365, I do it all for you.
Love that song. That's awesome.
That's great.
Thank you.
Very nice. Houston Bernard here on South Shore Live Hour 9 Lounge. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Great job.
Thanks.
Sound awesome.
Thank you.
Can I scooch in? Back? How do you juggle it all? All the stuff you're
How? I've had, people ask me that.
This is your full-time, right, John?
No, my, I have 2 full-times really. It's this and I run a mobile massage company in
Oh,
Boston.
yes.
How's that doing?
It's really well, actually. For years it was growing 20% every year. And in the past couple of years with the apps that have come out, people got excited about that. So it went down and the pay for the therapist was really high. So the therapist got a little sloppy and I was like, it's not happening at my company. So, but then this year it just started coming back nice and strong.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What's the name again?
Mass Mobile Massage.
Do you want to promote it on the air?
Sure.
All right. Yeah, we can talk about that.
It's mostly, I mean, we're all over, but it's mostly in the greater Boston.
We have that, our company does that. They have,
Chair massage?
they have them all come to, whatever. They have these new living rooms, and they want us to just chill out and hang out and have, brainstorming sessions.
It's good.
I'm a little too old for that, but they have them come all the time, things like that, which is nice. I've never taken advantage of it. I just can't relax at work enough to let give me a massage, but I should, right? Great.
You totally
A lot of
should.
people, a lot of people love it.
Take
So
advantage
it's
of
great.
it, yeah.
I would fall asleep.
Well, if you're doing like 10, 15 minutes, you'll feel like relaxed a little bit at first, but then you'll get back to it. The blood will, the blood pumps.
There just definitely needs to be some downtime in my life because it's 2 to 1 still. I can't even believe it.
Anything else you want to talk about, or you just want to play tunes?
I'm gonna. We could talk about the live. We did in March. We shot a live show at Loretta's, and we're gonna release about 20 live. We produced them out, audio and video. So we'll have some live stuff.
Sweet.
So we can talk about that. Hopefully that'll be done in a month as well. Been working on it for a while.
I'm sure I'm gonna get like one-word answers from Billy. My son is at a Washington D.C. trip, and her daughter's there as well.
Oh yeah.
Different rooms.
How's it going?
It's not,
Good.
It's whole eighth grade,
You
doing-
hungry? No.
I'm getting like, it's different. My daughter talks to me so much more, but I'll get, okay, I'm good. Yep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Having a panic attack over here.
Oh man. So who are they with?
The whole 8th grade, most of the 8th grade class went.
So
And it was
there's-
like chaperones and
Yeah.
tour guides.
No parents though. It's just teachers.
I don't know.
I did that when I was in 8th grade.
How'd it go? Did you get
It was
into any
fine.
trouble?
No, I didn't get in trouble. I don't even remember much of it. We listened to like Salt and Pepper Push It.
All right, we're back.
That was
Session
like the
live.
song.
Oh, yeah.
Hour 9
That's what I
Lounge.
remember.
Houston Bernard's
music.
here in the
Great
studio
song.
with us. Thank you for joining us here. Music Circus down in Cohasset is our sponsor, along with Bradford Distillery up in Hingham. So you've been shooting some video, you were saying, up at Loretta's that you're going to be working to release as well?
Yeah, so the planning stages happened last year. I was like, oh man, it's been a couple years since we recorded, the band live, and we've gotten better, and the band has. I'm still
Amazing.
where I'm at.
Just amazing.
So we recorded it finally March 23rd, and then we're trying to produce it out now, the audio and stuff, and hopefully there's about 20 videos, just live videos of us playing live, and we're gonna release probably one per week, or maybe one every 2 weeks, something like that, just to get some content out there.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, it'll be a mixture of covers and originals.
Very cool.
Yeah, I did this. This is fun for me. I'll tell you about it. So we do a lot of private parties, and we've been playing a lot more in New York and Long Island and in New Jersey and stuff. Great people out there, and so this guy Lee, he was throwing a 50th birthday party for his wife, and so he was in planning stages for 4 months or something, and he just got enthralled with the band and the music, and this is the first time this has ever happened. He's like, all right, so if you could send me your set list and let me know what so I can tell you what songs I like. So he not only did tell me what songs he liked, he writes the set list for us. But the set list is more than half original music.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so he's calling me, because I'm always available to people that that are cool, that want to talk to me, and it's, if I'm available, I'll be available. So he's hitting me up. I visited Barcelona a couple months ago, a little vacation, and he's hitting me up. I had the international phone going. He's like, "You're in Barcelona? I can't believe you picked up the phone." And he was very excited. But when we got there, all his friends and his family, they were so excited, and all that great energy. And it's like this group of people that were really,
Into the music.
it really goes back to the theme of the album is Lucky Man. I just feel really blessed to be able to play with the people I play with, to be able to have people listen. Because for years, I played for empty rooms, and it's not like I'm huge or famous or signed or anything like that. It's just like there are people listening now.
Yeah.
And it's very, very exciting.
That's awesome. That's a great story.
Yeah. So they're booking us again because they really liked us. They're booking us again for the fall, just for
51st birthday.
No, this is like 51st and a half maybe, but
That's
or
awesome.
50th and a half.
50th and a half.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's just for friends and stuff. So
That's cool.
really great people.
I love hearing
Yeah.
stuff like that.
They actually had us playing songs we haven't played in 4 years.
Oh, really?
I was just like, I didn't want to say no. I was like, all right, guys, it's not that hard. We can figure this out.
Yeah, we played it at one point in time.
Yeah, we played it at one point. It's not that hard. Like this one song called "Final Time," which used to be our closer for our shows for years, and then we just stopped playing it because it's a very classic sound. It wasn't what we were really doing, so, but
They liked it.
well, they liked it, but I didn't feel personally I did it justice. Like I messed up the sections, and I'm like, oh, didn't we do this over here? And I practiced too. I practiced this, and I was like, oh, that's not where the solo is, guys. Anybody?
That's cool.
But they didn't pay it any mind, and they just had fun
They had
dancing.
a great time.
Yeah, I love that.
That's
That's great.
awesome.
And people invite us into their circle of friends. I feel blessed to be able to do that. It's cool.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Let's hear another song.
Okay. Gosh, I don't even know what to do. My voice isn't feeling 100%, so I don't want to crack all over everyone. Let's
for
do crack.
Crackle,
do
crackle,
it.
crackle.
Let's do Lucky Man, actually, since we're talking about that. You were an angel way out of my league, but when I smiled, you smiled back at me. Best I could hope for was a one-night thing. Just trying to get lucky, ended up a lucky man. Ain't it crazy how love found me? I was looking for a good time, but baby girl, you blew my mind. And you came, honey, and rescued me with your bright eyes and TLC. Saw even more of me than I did. Na 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 na. Oh, oh. Na 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 na. Trying to get lucky, ended up a lucky man. Oh. So many years now have come and gone. We made it through the ups, and we made it through the down, down, down. It's hard to believe, but it must have been God's plan. Trying to get lucky, ended up a lucky man. Ain't it crazy how love found me? I was looking for a good time, but baby girl, you blew my mind. And you came, honey, and rescued me with your brown eyes and TLC. Saw even more of me than I did. Na 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 na. Oh, oh, oh. Na 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 na. Just trying to get lucky, ended up a lucky man. That's right. Just trying to get lucky, ended up a lucky man. Just trying to get lucky, ended up a lucky man.
Very nice. Mr. Bernard.
Thank you.
Super Live Hour and Lounge.
Excellent.
Great song.
So we've had you on the show before, but people haven't met you. Let us know how you got into singing and playing music.
Okay. Gosh. That goes way back.
Way back.
I don't know. I just remember doing it from a very early age. I remember being, well, my father and my uncle played country music. They're known as the Rebel Brothers in Nashville, in Oklahoma, where I was born. They played with like Tanya Tucker and like backup bands, and Dave Dudley, Wanda Jackson, Reba McEntire did one of my uncle's songs. And then, I don't know, my parents split up after a little while, because whatever. And then we moved back to Massachusetts, where my mom's from. That's how they met, touring. And I just remember being 5 years old, writing little jingles and stuff, and then performing. I just remember always doing it. And then when I was about 11 or 12, I started writing and recording on little cassettes. Just writing songs. And then I had bands in high school, and I just kept writing and performing. I never wanted to do covers. That was my thing when I was younger. I didn't want to do covers. But people like covers. They like to hear music they know, and then you slip some stuff, your own stuff in there.
So all the bands that you had in high school and stuff, was it all country, or did you diversify?
I didn't play country until about 6 years ago. I was my other business was doing all right. I was like, well, I guess, and the music wasn't going that well. I was playing, because I used to tour Europe, and I was doing underground electronic music and punk music and rock music, different things. And, I felt like, okay, I'm done-ish. I should put more time into, my business. So then I was like, well, you know what? I haven't done country music, and, I like country music, and it comes from my family. So
Sure.
I was like, well, I'm okay with it if I do some outlaw country, some cool stuff, Waylon Jennings, Willie Nelson, and some Dwight Yoakam, who was probably my favorite. And so I was doing that. I was like, ooh, this feels good, singing. And like we were still playing, some bars and stuff, making actually a little bit of money. And then my agent, who I still work with now, she's great, Lauren at Mike New England, she's amazing. She said, if you learn some modern songs, I could probably get you more gigs. Because we were getting, some skimpy gigs. And I was like, all right. So like in a month, at the time it seemed like a lot. Now it doesn't seem like a lot of songs. We learned like 30 songs in a month, and started playing them out, and we started getting all these gigs. And it was crazy. It just picked up, and they were opening up for national acts, and then we recorded my first album, which was more of a classic thing, and then the second album, and then Knockin' Boots, and then the third album, and we just keep going. It just kind of kept growing. So I was like, well, I'll ride this wave as long as people want to hear what I'm doing, and as long as I'm inspired. And so, I'm lucky to be able to keep going.
And here you are.
And here I am. So that's that.
So you're in Marshfield on a Monday night.
Yeah, in Marshfield on a Monday night. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
The three
should be
cool
the name
people.
of your next album.
Oh yeah.
Marshfield.
Mom.
Marshfield on
on
Monday
Monday.
night.
I'm gonna have
At
to
least
get
a
that
song anyway, right? All right, want to play another song?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. What?
Then we'll take a break after that. Rest your voice.
Oh, so I had to tell this one quick story. So we had this weekend we were playing up Saturday night we're playing up in this new venue in Portland, Maine. It's a whiskey barrel, and awesome people, awesome venue. Probably one of my favorite introductions to a new venue, and the owners. Everyone was really cool, which is rare. I gotta be honest, very rare. It's always a headache. But anyway, that's why we have booking agents. They were so cool. So the guitar player that we had, a sub guitar player, is like 7th string, because everybody else was booked. So I was like 7th string guitar. I was like, well, he seemed like a nice guy. He plays pretty good. So he doesn't show up for rehearsal, which we don't really rehearse that much, but everybody was a sub for the gig. And I was like, well, it's probably a good idea just to make sure we got our endings and all these things. So he doesn't show up for rehearsal. And I'm like, well, and he had this lame excuse about not being able to get a ride or something. I'm broke. I was like, that's not a good reason. Like, I haven't worked with people that unprofessional in years. So I was like, you know what? You're fired. I'll play lead guitar. And I'm not a lead guitar player, so I'm like, But
But I'm gonna tonight.
it didn't go horrifically wrong. If all else fails, just play the chords. And nobody seemed to really notice except this one super fan. He was like, "Your guitar player is really good." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm doing the best I can here, buddy. Sorry." But it was interesting because I haven't done that with this project. I used to play in old stuff, but that was much easier. It wasn't country music, which is a little different. But that was pretty exciting and scary and stressful. But the owner seemed to like it, and everybody was positive, and
Hopefully you're going back.
right? Well, we're definitely going back, but I don't want to be playing lead guitar anytime soon. That's a lot.
You're doing it tonight.
Oh no, lead guitar is when you're like playing notes and
Jamming up.
yeah, and then you're singing, and then the rhythms are different sometimes. But anyway, fun story. Okay.
Yeah, let's hear another song.
All right. Let's see. Do we have any requests out there from you guys? I don't think so.
I think we made out.
We did. We made out.
We already did that
How about?
one.
Well, wait for was our current single. So why don't I do that one?
Yeah, let's do that.
Found out back in Grandpa's barn, clear as water in a mason jar. We were 16, chasing a house, spun off the lid, gonna give it a try. Kinda like the sun in the big blue sky, must be the reason they call it shine, call it shine. Dip back, throw back, go on and take a sip, and just wait for it, wait for it. You're gonna feel the kick, it's like that first time, summertime kiss. White lightning when it hits your lips, a little kickstart, flip your heart and hit it again. And just wait for it, wait for it. Red and Paula on County Road 3. Under the stars, just her and me. Camp playing on the radio, trying to be a front seat Romeo. She slid up close and put her hand on my chest, said, "Boy, don't you want to get a taste of this, taste of this?" Dip back, throw back, go on and take a sip, and just wait for it, wait for it. You're gonna feel the kick, it's like that first time, summertime kiss. White lightning when it hits your lips, a little kickstart, flip your heart and hit it again. And just wait for it, wait for it. Just wait for it, wait for it. Just wait for it, wait for it. Just wait for it, wait for it.
Awesome. Houston Bernard here on South Shore Live, R9 Live. We'll take
Thank you.
one more break and we'll be back.
And then we'll talk about the massage.
That sounded great.
Thanks.
Because we didn't. I mean, you talked about it, but you didn't say what it was.
Did you get any requests on your feed there?
Let me see.
From the fam.
Did your mom have a favorite song? You should let her pick one, no?
I don't know what her favorite is.
Monday, right?
Thanks, Steve. I don't know if she's still on. Mom, if you're on, pick a song.
I don't know what Mama's favorite song is. What's on your list?
The Stars are the originals. Some of them are hard to. I can probably do that one. Maybe
Never
that
Grow
one.
Old is good. I like that one.
That's the one we shot the video for. My voice might be alright for that. You could try it.
Okay. Want me to play lead guitar?
Yeah.
If you don't mind.
No thanks. I'm driving.
I'm driving.
I did finally get a response. He's fine. They're still at the monument.
Well, that's
It's
good.
9:50 at night. These kids have been up since 4 o'clock in the morning.
They're gonna sleep well,
Oh man.
as you guys
Or
are.
the opposite. I don't know. It's nerve-wracking. I'm sorry to be so rude with texting. I'm normally not like this, but I'm having a panic attack. My son, but it's okay.
No one can blame you.
You gotta let go, right? I gotta let go. Cut the cord.
And he's like,
You get a while to go for that.
yeah, he's 13, not
Yeah, you don't
30.
have to, it happens when they're like 16, 17,
I'm so nervous.
I hear you.
18, 19 for sure, but it's never happened.
Oh, I guess the Bruins scored.
Oh,
Nice.
how could I not be
2-2.
paying attention to
Thanks,
the
Nicole.
Who
Rebecca,
scored?
Jay is awesome. They're a great group of people over there. I don't know.
2-2.
Do you know who scored?
No.
Thank God. It's only the second period.
That was 5 minutes. It's almost 6 minutes left.
I hope this doesn't go to overtime. It just gives me, it's just so.
Nathan, we're doing originals here, buddy. Originals. Nathan, he and his girlfriend Chris are probably the biggest country fans, local and national, for national acts. Like, they're at every show. They're in the Wait For It video. I don't know why he didn't make it to the trampoline park.
Because you said you needed to know how to do trampoline.
No, you didn't
tricks,
have to do
And
that.
it scared me away. I'm sure it scared them away.
I think that was probably the first impression. But I was also like, anybody want to be an extra? So then we
and
were
in fine
recruiting
print,
parents.
doesn't it say you have to be 25 to 40, and I'm over 40, so I missed the cut. By like,
Oh.
so I'm too
No,
old, and
but
I can't do
just a
trampoline
touch.
tricks.
There was no cutoff age.
2 strikes. Too
was-
old and no tricks. Phew.
There was no cutoff age.
I thought it said in there you had to be.
No, there's no cutoff age.
Oh, okay.
Too old and no tricks.
Maybe I was just. I'm too old and I got no tricks.
I doubt that. I'm sure you're full of tricks.
I do have tricks, not trampoline ones though. Those are hard.
I wouldn't go on a
They hurt my
trampoline if
legs.
it paid me. Break a bone for
We
sure.
have a trampoline
It's
and
great.
it hurts more than you expect.
It does. You
Later-
like your
like
back.
later,
Your
yeah.
back starts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your knees. But it's good. It's good exercise. I love it. So right. This might be a good story to put on. Yeah. Maybe I'll wait.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait for your story.
Oh please.
And you can mention your business too.
We don't have to mention it. I
My
don't. I don't
sister-in-law
typically.
is like, she's like not a trim woman. She's like kind of sturdy. And we went to.
Sturdy.
What does that mean?
She's like 48 years old.
Okay.
And we went to jump on trampolines with the children.
Yeah.
I have a picture of her, like 10 feet in the air, doing like full split. Like she just jumped up and like her legs were like, they weren't even like this. They were like, her legs were like this.
That's
and
awesome.
like,
Like,
I have a
like
picture.
gold member?
Those
Yeah.
are tricks.
Where did this come
Sometimes sturdy people got tricks.
Smoking a pancake?
from? I'm like, what just
Alright,
happened?
we're back. So sure live, R9 Lounge. Smoking a pancake? Bong on a blitz?
Yeah.
Alright, Bruins are 2-2.
Woo!
Yeehaw! Houston Bernard here. We got 5 more minutes of bliss with Houston.
Bernard.
Bliss with
Yeah,
oh,
Bliss with
that
Bernard.
Yeah, I was going with.
Yeah,
Going with that.
Yeah, we're all a little tired tonight.
No more random.
I've noticed. I came in, you guys were sleeping. I was like, guys, wake up.
Oh wait,
Wake up.
wait, hold on. We have a show to do. So you're gonna tell us a story.
So we had a request in this area over here, this direction over here, for a song called Never Grow Old, which is what we shot the video for recently at the trampoline park. And
But she was too
and
old and didn't have any
so
tricks.
I'm too old,
so
I got no
there's
tricks.
there was no age limit, and you didn't have to do tricks. Apparently that wasn't clear enough, even though I posted about it all the time.
Just
Hey,
more
you wanna do-
disclaimers in your
Sorry.
video.
You don't have to do
request.
flip. I mean, we were looking for people to do some tricks, sure, mostly kids, and there's some really, really fun tricks, and the storyline is pretty good, and it's a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. We shot it, and I usually like to get like a skeleton idea of what we're gonna do, and it was Altitude Trampoline Park in Pelham, and they're a great team. If you want to go to a trampoline park, altitude trampoline park is a great one to go to.
Oh, in Pelham?
Well, there's a bunch. Actually, there's one in Billerica. I think there's one South Shore and whatever. But they were really great.
Cool.
So we're doing the. I've had the idea for a while for the trampoline park, and some of my promo stuff, I do a lot of jumping. I don't know why I like to jump. I like to jump. I'm a ex-martial artist. I like to jump on trampolines, jump off, cliffs into water,
Oh God, help it.
quarries, stuff like that. Before I went to the military, and I was 18 years old, I bungee jumped. I just like to jump. So,
Were you a paratrooper?
no, I was not.
Oh, geez, that would have been fitting.
Right? So, but I have gone skydiving, actually, and that didn't go as well as planned. That's a whole other story. The point I'm trying to make here is that I do all this promos, like these promo things, like me jumping. So my manager was sending out, inquiries to booking agents, national booking agents or whatever. And somebody came back and said, hey, you're doing too much jumping. It looks like you're trying too hard.
Stop it.
Well, there's always somebody's opinion, and it's fine. And I was like, you know what? I like to be objective. And I was like, well, if I'm getting this feedback, maybe another person feels this way. But at the end of the day, I got to do what I feel like doing because that's the right thing to do, right? So, long story short, I do this trampoline video. I'm not jumping once, which I think is hilarious.
That's awesome. So
But
we have
anyway.
time for one last song.
Okay, yeah, sorry, long story. Song's called Never Grow Old. And thanks for watching and
Super
listening.
Nerd, taking us out.
There's a single candle blowing on my birthday cake. I guess we've all stopped counting, and that's just fine. One more year on me than I had yesterday. But baby, age is just a state of mind. When you do what you love, you're forever young, and you'll never, 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 never grow old. No, you'll never, 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 never grow old. Follow in your heart and watch your dreams unfold, and you'll never, 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 never grow old. I used to think that life was gonna pass me by. Seemed like everybody else had found their place. Turns out I just needed a little more time, and you can bet that it was worth the wait. Don't turn back, don't give up. Find hope with every rising sun, and you'll never, 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 never grow old. No, you'll never, 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 never grow old. You follow in your heart and watch your dreams unfold, and you'll never, 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 never grow old. You're gonna get scared, you're gonna get tired. As long as you've got that burning fire, you'll never, 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 never grow old. Oh, you'll never, 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 never grow old. You follow in your heart and watch your dreams unfold, and you'll never, 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 never grow old.
All right, Mr. Bernard here on Social Show Live.
Thank you.
Hour 9 Lounge. Thank you for coming in, man. It's always fun.
Appreciate it.
So we can see you down at the tavern this
Thursday.
on this June 6th.
Yep.
That's our closest show. We'll see you. But unfortunately, we've run out of time. We listen to South Shore Live here on 95.9 WATD in Marshfield, Massachusetts, the South Shore's radio station. Americana Rama with Mikey G is up next. We'll see ya. Yay!